The future of the UFC featherweight division will be on full display Saturday in the main event of UFC Fight Night in Las Vegas. That's Kevin Vallejos, El Chino, coming on the scene in a top 15 matchup, a main event against Josh Emmett. Kevin, great to get a chance to talk to you. I got to know first and foremost, this is your fourth UFC fight. You're already in a main event at age 24 against a former interim title challenger. How does it feel to get this type of treatment so soon?
La verdad que muy contento, muy emocionado con
Very happy, very excited, very grateful with the opportunities that have been given to us. Couldn't be happier with the opportunities that they've been giving. We're not putting them to waste. We're actually, making the most out of those. And couldn't be happier to have a fight like this in a main card, in a main event against someone like Emmett.
Well, the big challenge, it seems, for you this Saturday will be moving up to that 5-round level, which comes from the main event, something you've not yet to do as a professional. Josh Emmett has done it 3 times in the last 4 years. How much do you expect this to be part of the challenge come Saturday?
Sinceramente muchísimo, es una gran oportunidad, como lo dije. La verdad que siento yo que
I'm very different from the past and very excited about this opportunity. I think that I'm going to be a different fighter after this fight. I think this is going to be a learning opportunity. This is how it happens when you get to the top. You start getting these opportunities to fight more. And I think that this is, again, another learning opportunity because that's what you need to get into that top.
There's so much hype following you, Kevin, and obviously your knockout in December of Giga Chikadze took that buzz to another level. How do you deal at age 24 with the pressures of being fast-tracked to the top and now taking on such difficult, experienced fighters?
la verdad que de vez en cuando se siente un poco la presión de todo lo que es la gente y demás, pero trato de
I try. Of course, the pressure sometimes gets to me, but I think that I try to be calm and collected the way I actually approach fights, and that matters a lot. It allows me to not derail myself, not to get off the path that I try to be in. Also, to be around people that just keep me calm and collected. People treat me the same way. I mean, being going home and being in Argentina and being treated the same way that I have been since I was, in the regional scene. I think it helps me a lot not to get off again the path, and just it helps me to keep on my path.
Well, take me through this knockout you did have of Giga Chikadze in December, because this was one of the most spectacular finishes of the year, and it was just so quick, so violent, and the fight was over. Was that a strike you had set up throughout that fight for that moment?
La verdad es que no, sinceramente planeado como tal, no, la pelea también.
Planned? No, I wouldn't say so. I mean, listen, we always plan for the worst situation possible, the worst scenario possible, meaning actually having to go to distance and having a long fight. So we're talking about a fighter that had never been knocked out before, but this comes from the training, right? I'm going to say it's actually muscle memory almost, because this comes from a lot of training. I train 3 times a day, and it just basically happened. And I'll tell you what, he couldn't see it coming because I couldn't see it coming myself. It just happened.
Look, you're from such a combat sports hotbed, a proud country of Argentina, but a lot of that history is on the boxing side. I wonder how motivated you and fighters like Eileen Perez are in bringing a mixed martial arts history to your great country.
En lo personal, la verdad que es muy importante.
Very exciting and very honored. It's very happy to see this, because I'm from the generation that saw Santiago Ponzinibbio just kind of break the ground and be the pioneer there. But now you see myself and other fighters, we're from the people that are bringing this in a different way. We're representing Argentina in the best way possible. It's not just me now. We're talking about 6 people now. We're the ones that are carrying the responsibility of actually bringing MMA to the country. You can see it, and you can see that there's a lot of talent now. Again, we're 6 people, and it's going to be even more. I think what we're showing to people, there's a lot more talent. It's a matter of time before Argentina actually has its event. We're talking again about 6 people. But we're carrying that responsibility of representing Argentina. We're showing to people that there's much more talent coming in the future.
Look, this is such a big opportunity for you against Josh Emmett, and obviously he has experience in some of the most devastating one-punch knockout power we've seen in this sport's history. How much of that, his power, is a threat to you come Saturday night?
La realidad
Yeah,
es que
despite the years that he's been doing this, he's been still going strong. He can finish the fight in the first round. He can finish the fight in the third round. He can keep it going. But I'm prepared for this. I trained a lot, and we know what can happen. And I don't feel that's going to be a problem because I'm used to this. If you think about it, I have not been knocked out. If you're talking about the person that got close to doing this was Jean Silva, and since then there have been no flash downs or flash knockdowns at all. I mean, I have not been knocked out whatsoever. So I think it's going to be a great fight, and I'm prepared for it.
Speaking of Lord John Silva, you had a very competitive fight with him. Your only pro defeat when you were 21 years old on the Dana White Contender Series. I want to know, do you feel like that loss was important for you to become the fighter that you are today?
Sí, la realidad es que
God's time is His, and we understand it. And I think that was very important for me to do that. If you think about this, what happened then, think of all the fights that he's had since. Think of all the wins that he strung together and what happened. You basically, when something like that happens, you learn from it, you understand from it. I think it's beyond our comprehension of what happened, but things have been really good for me since. I think the important thing when you get knocked down is to get back up. I have learned a lot from that moment. I continue to learn, and I'm on my way. So that was a learning experience, and I think I'm continuing to learn on that and doing the best of it.
Well, you've won 6 in a row since that fight, and I'm sure you're hoping to catch Silva a second time down the road, which sets up this question. If you defeat Josh Emmett on Saturday, you're only 24, but how far away do you think you would be from competing for a world title? Because the performances you've had are fast-tracking your journey to get there.
Actually, I don't want to be fast track. I understand that there's so many fights to be made out there. I will take anyone, and I understand that I'm going to have to beat a lot of people on my way to the top. And whoever is put in front of me, I don't fear them. I'll take them. I want to continue to learn. I want to continue to evolve and understanding. Again, I'm not in a rush to be put in that position because my intention is not to be a champion and just be, a one-time champion and nothing else. I want to continue to defend that belt, defend the title, getting better, building a story and a history in this organization, and just making my family proud, fighting for my family and for everyone else. I just want to make sure that I leave a legacy in the sport and continue to learn with every fight and getting better.
Well, you're off to an incredible start. We can't wait to see what happens Saturday night, Paramount Plus from Las Vegas, when you take on Josh Emmett. Kevin El Chino Vallejos, a pleasure to talk with you. Can't wait to watch on Saturday night.
Equally, it's been a pleasure, and we're going to be going for that win on Saturday.